I don't know about you guys, but I am exhausted. Absolutely exhausted after, last week was just amazing DNA after amazing DNA after amazing DNA, and it all culminated with yesterday. If you tuned in for my live stream, I appreciate you guys being there. We had a good time. A little bit of a lag issue, still sorting out trying to do the live streams while moving about. You know, whenever I'm doing the live streams, it started with a live stream on my iOS device and there's no face cam. I now remedied that by getting an Android, so now there's a face cam. And when you're doing live, like, anything can happen. Right now this is pre-recorded. It's live for me, but it's pre-recorded for you. So if I go say something like I'm gonna edit that out and you guys don't know exactly what I said, but in live, whatever happens, happens. There's not a lot that you can do about that. And apparently there was a little bit of lag. It's not too bad on the replay, but I'll tell you what, I'm pretty excited to be able to take a breath and relax for a minute this week. And it's a good week, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be a grind intensive week by any stretch of the imagination. I'm gonna go ahead and dart this Utah Raptor. One thing that I will mention, don't use polarized sunglasses when playing a game or trying to look at your screen, because it just doesn't, something about the polarization and the screen don't work together all that well. And I'm doing all right now, but I cannot see my crosshairs at all. Like, no concept of where they are, other than I see the red circle and just kind of guess. But if we look at the dinosaurs of the week this week, we have good ones, but at the same time, it's not going to be something where I feel like we're going to have to be out here collecting DNA a large percentage of the day. If we look at the dinosaurs of the week, the theme is debuff, and as such on Monday and Tuesday we're going to have 36 attempts at Diplocalus, Stegosaurus, and Monolophosaurus Gen 2. All of them create decent hybrids at worst. Diplocalus and Monolophosaurus Gen 2 create two of the legendary dinosaurs that you don't see very often, but when you do, they're extremely high leveled. Stegosaurus creates a whole slew of different dinosaurs, all of which are actually really good. I believe Monostegotops and Stegodius are the two that come to mind. Then on Wednesday and Thursday, we have 30 attempts at 5 different rare creatures: Diplocalus Gen 2, Culusuchus Gen 2, Proceratosaurus, Tujangasaurus, and Wuersaurus. I think the obvious winners here are going to be the Proceratosaurus and the Tujangasaurus. And then Friday, Saturday, and Sunday again, we have 3 days eaten up by just 6 attempts on 2 different dinosaurs, Kentrosaurus and Culusuchus. And seeing as how so many people either unlocked or are really close to unlocking or gained multiple levels on Trichosaurus last week, I fully anticipate Kentrosaurus being the little darling of Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Although remember, Culusuchus is getting a hybrid. I believe it already has a hybrid, but we don't have the ingredients. Those are going to come out of the Battle Arena rewards from last season, which ended, I think, this morning or yesterday. But I think we're going to get the additional DNA for that, so keep that in mind as well. And then briefly, if we go look at the events, things to do during the week, we have, it looks like 3 different Epic Incubators. All of that is going to be exceptionally nice. Wednesday, Saturday, and Sunday. Sundays is going to be a 3-step. Expect that one to be a little bit easier than probably the one on Wednesday and the one on Saturday. 2 more attempts to get Epic Scent Capsules. And then it looks like 3 different rare strike towers. I know that one of them is available today and tomorrow. We're gonna have another one on Friday, and if I'm not mistaken, maybe there's just 2 of them, just the 2 rare strike towers. Go ahead and collect that DNA. There is a lot of good DNA to be had this week, so make sure that at minimum you're going ahead and going out and doing those higher level strike towers, but don't forget about the large strike towers as well, the ones that offer the like gold or bronze tarnished incubators, those typically have some really good DNA, and you could potentially pick up quite a few Kentrosaurus DNA in the process. As I mentioned, the tournament season is over. There was a breakdown like top 10, top 50, top 100, top 200, something like that. None of that pertains to me. I'm nowhere near that. I'm nowhere near top 500. But here's the thing. There are other breakdowns for rewards. And if you make it to 4750, you get a certain reward. And I think all you have to do is be above 2500 to gain any reward, which is really nice. Then after, I believe, 4500, there's another breakdown at 4750. And then again at 5,000. What I want to do is I want to take you through a battle that I had, and if you follow me on Twitter, you already know what happens here. If you don't follow me on Twitter, A, go follow me on Twitter, and B, stay tuned and check this out. So as you can see here, I'm at 4977. Pretty much one win is 23 points, and I should get 23 really no matter what my opponent is. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to battle back. I decided I was gonna screen record this because I just had a feeling that this was gonna be my lucky thing. And here's what ends up happening is I go into this and I'm gonna lead with my Sticky Derricks because all I'm hoping is they don't come out with an immune creature. And they come out with Earlodomus. And I'm like, well, crap, that completely is going to derail what I wanted to do. Now I know that bleeding isn't going to do anything to Earlodomus, but it's going to get me out of there. So I go ahead, take the exchange, swap out, bring in my Trichosaurus, which I think, okay, Trichosaurus should be able to handle this Earlodomus pretty handedly. So I'm going to go for my distraction move. I know that's not going to work. I don't know why I did it. I should have just gone with the straight out attack. That's like maybe one mistake, maybe two mistakes here. So my opponent uses Cloak, which was a mistake. It's going to allow me to use my instant invincibility shield, and then I'm going to be able to just completely tank this entire massive rampage, which looks like it probably did a crit move. Thankfully I didn't eat all of that. So now I'm just going to go with the biggest attack that I have. It's pretty good, 627 there. And then the crit, 3700, I'm up 1-0, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm up 1-0. I haven't lost any dinosaurs yet. And I still have plenty of health on my Trichosaurus. Again, another immune creature, and I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. This time with distraction, it does a ton of damage. So I just go for the best moves that I have. I get a couple of really nice crits down. I do have a 30% chance of critting. I get a couple of nice crits down and do quite a bit of damage here. And now I'm trying to decide. I don't know what to do. Instead of swapping into something else, letting something else get knocked out, I decide I'm just going to go ahead and let Trichosaurus take this attack, and it's going to get knocked out. But it's going to allow me to bring in my Dilophosaurus, which is faster, and having just leveled it up to 25, it's going to do significantly more damage than it used to. Now I'm going to take a hit here, but it's not going to be a big deal because I can use any of my attacks and get the knockout. I go for the superiority strike just in case my opponent wants to swap out, which they did. And now I'm going to go first, although I was going to go first anyways, but it just gives me an extra attack. So I'm going to go with my stun, and I get the knockout. I'm up 2-0, and I'm feeling really good about everything right now. I'm like, okay. Now comes in Indoraptor, and I believe I just went with the distraction here, if I'm not mistaken. I just went with the distraction. I was doing the math to see if I would get knocked out, and they went evasive stance, and I'm like, oh man, that's amazing. That's a great bit of luck for me, because now I'm going to get 2 consecutive attacks, and I'm going to get to run. I run into my Sticky Derricks. If they don't clean the distraction, they're going to rampage me. If they clean the distraction, I'm going to survive. They use Cleansing Impact, and I survive. I'm like, this could not be going any better. Their Indoraptor has very low health. Of course, I'm knocked out, but now I'm going to be able to bring in my Dilophosaurus for the second attack. the second time, and I'm gonna be able to do distracting impact. They have to swap out. There's nothing they can do, but they don't swap out. I won. Like, at this point, I'm like, yes, victory. 22, 49.99. Are you kidding me with that? Like, how? How did I only get 22 points for that? Now here's the kicker. You see I get my coins? I didn't get a battle incubator out of that. I have no idea why. I have no idea what happened there. But I was devastated. I mean, I would have for sure quit had I gotten over 5K in the battle arena there. And it would have been my first time ever over 5K. And as you guys probably know, the way that these stories typically go, I hit 49.99. I think the next opponent I faced had the 3 dinosaurs I saw, none of them were lower than 28. I think I went on to lose like the next 7. I ended up falling below 47.50. I think I even touched around high 4,500s after that. So basically a 500 point swing. The battle arena was an absolute wreck yesterday. Everybody had super high level creatures, or they just had brand new creatures, and everybody was testing them out, and it was pretty crazy. I thought I had my quest at 5K. What are you gonna do, man? What are you gonna do? So anyway, the quest for 5K continues. I've still never made it. I did end up finishing like 47.80 and change, and just kind of left it at that. I quit playing instead of pushing, because if you look at the dinosaurs in the top 500, there's not many that are under level 26. I have 2 that are 26 or higher. One of them I'm not even using at the moment. And then everything else that I have is around 23, 24. So I don't think I'm ready for the top 500. I think I can get 5K though. Anyway, I'm gonna rest. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you feel my pain of getting to 49.99 and not making it to 5K. And until next time.